Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hey. Testing 1 2. What it up, y'all? Denzel be ran. First time doing a live stream of YouTube uh movie review. How you guys and girls doing? And welcome to my YouTube channel. This is your first time being on here. Talk about Marvel, Star Wars gaming, and all this stuff. And yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. Hope all your mothers, grandmothers, aunties, whoever raised you right, are doing great over this week. And show them some love. Show them some love and appreciation and stuff like that. And if it's your first time watching here, hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and stuff like that. So, what we are here for, so like we is like if me, myself, and I were here and stuff. Hey, Jose, what's up, man? How you been, man? Glad to see you. Support. Much love to you. Much love to you. So, see y'all, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a live spoiler talk about Marvel's Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Warning that once again, this is going to be a spoiler talk of Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. What did I think about the film? If you saw my previous review, I thoroughly enjoyed the film. I heard some mixed reviews with certain people say that it was okay, and then other fans were saying that they love it. Now, I'm not saying that I'm like a hardcore Marvel fan. I say I love every Marvel fan. Like, oh yeah, all those Marvel films were the best, man. That was the best. Even Thor: The Dark World was the best movie. Every movie has their ups and downs and stuff like that, man. And yeah, it's been doing great. It's fun meeting you yesterday. Yeah, great meeting you too, bro. It's been an honor, bro. And thanks for tuning in and joining in, man. Thank you for the support. And yeah, I really thought this movie was really good. It's not the best Doctor Strange movie yet, but I enjoyed the first Doctor Strange and the second one. So let's go into spoiler territories here. And yeah, let's spoil the heck out of it. And I'm gonna go wherever my brain is going to go at over these couple of minutes. So here's where I'm starting. I really, really love Wanda as the villain of this film. I really love the confliction of what she had when she was doing in WandaVision. Because what this movie really relies on is that you have to go ahead and watch Disney Plus, like Marvel and Kevin Feige really want you to watch Disney Plus in order for you to connect this character towards this film and stuff like that. Because WandaVision gives you that in-depth feel with that characterization of what Wanda's going through and what that she wants her kids, she wants a family life, she wants everything because she lost vision and stuff like that. So she wants her own family of her own. So she casts all this hex powers just to make that illusion. So in this film tells a story that what if you take something that you really love and compassion so hard and so much that it turns too much into an abusive destruction? And that's where Wanda Maximoff really went through in this film. And I gotta say, she was hectic in this film. Her power levels and everything was just out of this world crazy. I was just like, is this the same Wanda that I've been watching since Age of Ultron Wanda? Well, she started off Age of Ultron, like a little baddie. She's just teaming up because, she needs someone to team up and just, act bad and stuff like that. And then she joins with the Avengers. So you're rooting for Wanda throughout the Avenger films and all that stuff. But when it comes to this film, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, oh yeah, no. She is mod. When I say mod, I mean she's like infuriated mad. She is just out of this world. Like she would do everything and anything, you know, to get that kind of power so she can resurrect her kids and have a family of her own. So the thing was, yeah, I can imagine. So her character has changed over the years. Yeah. And in the comic books, she does become the villain, with the X-Men and the Brotherhood with her dad and stuff like that. Now, my question is with Wanda, I wonder how Marvel is going to deal with that when they introduce the X-Men universe into the near future. How are they going, since the multiverse is happening right now, how are they going to incorporate the X-Men with Magneto being Wanda's daughter and father and stuff like that? There's many possible ways that they could do that, because in this film, I think they kind of show lately that there's all different unlocks and possibilities that they can do with that. Yeah, but Wanda, oh my gosh, she was a monster, a witch, the Scarlet Witch. Even the bad witch lady from the WandaVision, I can't think of her name, but Hagatha. Thank you. Hagatha even said that even the Scarlet Witch is going to destroy the future. You're going to be destructive, and this film really proves it. He really going to be destructive and stuff like that. And she just came over to she's chasing American Chavez which I thought was a really, really great character. I really didn't think I was going to like her character as much. I figured she's going to be like an annoying teenager, help me, and all this other stuff. But the way I had to use her power levels and everything, and that was pretty dope. And I really like the plot story of how Doctor Strange has to team up with her to save her for her multiverse and stuff like that. And yeah, says yeah, very true. It would be different to introduce her into dimensions whose characters are very different from the event than the Avengers. Yeah, yeah. And these, and you know what I like about Marvel, the MCU, is that they're introducing us to characters like we never even heard of. Like we heard of them, but we don't know too much about them. Like the least of the characters that are known, but they're putting them out there in the top of the line and you know in the spotlight to shine on, so we get to know these characters. Because I know, like who, for example, who Moon Knight was. I know who American what's her name Chavez was and stuff like that. But now I love Moon Knight and I enjoy this character, America Chavez, and stuff like that. Now, the way how the film starts off, which I really love, it just starts off in the back of the bone, like bam, you enter the intro of the movie. What's this? Supreme Stephen Strange and America Chavez is chasing through the multiverse and all that stuff. And it's like this big giant, was like a monster or a demon force is following her. And you don't know what this demon force is, you know, why they're chasing her and what's going on and stuff. So Supreme Strange make a sacrifice, you know, because it seems like all strangers, it says in the film, always say that they had to make one sacrifice in certain scenarios, stuff like that. So the Supreme Strange dies, gets stabbed by the monster some sort, and then what's her name? America Chavez opens up a portal, and then she goes to another dimension, and which winds up into Earth. It's confirmed now that Marvel says Earth 616. That's in the comic books, like the real timeline of the original Marvel timeline, Earth 616, stuff like that. So then that's when we get to meet Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange wake up from this weird dream and stuff like that. And one thing that I really love about interesting topic what Marvel has been talking about is that what if you were sleeping and you were dreaming? You ever had like a dream, like the dream was so real that it could have been a possibility that it could be like real life situation. But like what if that was you in a different dimension aspect? That was a very, very good interesting concept of what they introduced in the film of that stuff like that. So yeah, so then afterwards we switch over to Dr. Stephen Strange. He's going to a wedding to his old flame, Christine. Christine, she's married to another person, a black dude. I can't think of his name and stuff like that. But she's marrying him and stuff like that. And then Stephen Strange feels the, you know, the little, I wish that could have been me, or a what if scenario if me and Christine would have been together. Now, if you did watch the what if TV shows, it plays another important part of watching this film as well too, because in the what if episodes that Doctor Strange, you know, he does all possibilities with Christine, and then she dies, and he goes so hard, he goes dark and no serious, stuff like that. So it had a what if feel in this kind of film, you know, which I really enjoy, stuff like that. And also in Ad Effects, yeah, that's a good question. I think having dreams like are called lucid dreams, but I could be wrong. Yeah, it could be that way. But I really love that concept that Marvel introduced into that film and stuff. Yeah, it's very interesting because listen, like I be having so many dreams, like the dreams that I hate. I know I'm going off topic just real quick, but the dreams I really hate is like when you go to the bathroom and you know you see a toilet and then you have to go so bad, and then when you are using the toilet in that dream, all of a sudden your urine just falls upside down and sideways, then you feeling it all weird ways. Like, what is going on? Then you wake up and then you like, oh my God, you just smell like a whole bag of urine, and then you gotta go in and yeah, I don't want to be in that multiverse of a dream of peeing. No, the dream of toilets, no. Multiverse toilets, no, I don't want a wet dream. No pun intended. but anywho, back to the topic and stuff like that. So let me see. So Doctor Strange is in a wedding and stuff like that. And yeah, I had those before. They make me feel awkward. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I hate bathroom dreams, man. Don't get me into a multi. If I see a multiverse of toilets, it's like, nope, wake up, wake up. Or sometimes you gotta hold your ear, like, no, 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 and just wake yourself up, you know. Yeah, man. Yeah, but anywho, as I was saying, that was a good one. Then Doctor Strange talked to Christine, stuff like that. Hey, it could have been us and stuff like that, you know, in a marriage life, you know. But then something happens outside, and what I really love in that sequence that Doctor Strange used his little handkerchief as his cape, just come out just like swag, and you just see his cape levitated, stuff like that. And Sam Raimi, let me tell you something. Sam Raimi has some Sam Raimi effects and shots that I really enjoyed in this film. I love Sam Raimi because I grew up with Sam Raimi Spider-Man films as well too. So it had a Sam Raimi feel to certain scenes. And then you see Doctor Strange is in the movie clips on YouTube as well too. You can check it out on IGN or IMBD. It's probably somewhere on the internet, stuff like that. He's fighting what's the monster's name? Gargantos with the tentacles, stuff like that. And you can tell Sam Raimi was having fun with tentacles because Sam Raimi directed Spider-Man 2 with Dr. Octopus and all that other stuff. And the battle was getting great and fierce. And then Dr. Strange sees America Chavez, and the fights gets really, really, really intense. And it gets really graphic. And while they're on the building, Doctor Strange is on the building fighting that thing. He used like his machinery, sorcery powers, which was very creative. And then he used the spear or pole, something like that, and stabbed Gargantos in the eye. And then it was so detailed. And so this is the part where I was telling you in my non-spoiler talk where it got graphic. It got really graphic. Like he took the eye out of the monster, and then it just got and all the audience members. And I was like, oh, and stuff like that. Yeah, so in this movie, when I say it's like it's graphic at certain levels, I'm some parts I was surprised that it got a PG-13 rating for a Marvel film or stuff like that. Because there's some parts in the movie, stuff like that. Oh, that's a little too further, a little too far. It's kind of graphic for a child to see. Ah, cover your eyes, something like that. But yeah, then so Doctor Strange sees America Chavez, like, who in the world are you? And she said, oh, I'm just this girl. I'm just someone's chasing after me from another dimension. I don't know who, what, when's a demon monster or some kind of nonsense, stuff like that. So Doctor Strange, all right. So you know what? Sounds like this movie is worth watching from the review so far. Can't wait to watch it. Hey, and listen, like I said, it's a spoiler talk, stuff like that. So you would hang out, stuff like that. Don't mind it. Be my guest. And yeah, it's a good film and stuff like that. Like I said, you're going to hear some mixed reviews, stuff like that. But don't let the critics or audience get to you, stuff like that. You judge the movie on your own point. For me, like I said, I enjoyed the film. Is it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but I still enjoyed it, stuff like that. Yeah. So America Chavez and Doctor Strange team up. I really enjoyed their team up, as a matter of fact, too. She wasn't like annoying or something like that. She was really darn good as an actress as well, too. So Doctor Strange assists her and stuff like that. But then she says, "Do you know anyone that's good with this multiverse stuff going on?" Doctor Strange's like, "Oh, I had a brilliant idea." He had that Spider-Man No Way Home moment when Peter was thinking about who can help me solve my identity crisis. And Peter thought about Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange thought about another Avenger, and he thought about Wanda. So here we see Wanda in the glorious floral white blossom flower area where we last saw her in WandaVision. She's in the cabin in the woods at the end of the TV show and stuff like that. And Doctor Strange visits her. He said, "Hey, what's up, Wanda? How you been? So, what you know about the multiverse, stuff like that." So him and Wanda are talking and stuff like that. And then when Doctor Strange announces Wanda's who you see helping out and stuff like that, bro, that scene was insane. Yeah, yeah. Hey, Alex from the Fields, glad to see you, man. Pretty awesome. Yeah, that scene was really insane and stuff like that. Doctor Strange was talking to Wanda. He said, "Hey, what's up? I got this little girl. She has multiverse problems. Can you help me?" And then as soon as he said her name to Wanda, Wanda's brain, if you realize, she just paused, like, "Oh, America Chavez." And then Doctor Strange, yeah, said, yeah. And he keep going and going. Then Wanda just had like a whole dark turn twist. And then she did her whole cool hex unrevealing thing, which revealed a whole red, dark, like she did with Westview in the WandaVision and stuff like that. And yeah, the dark code made her like really dark. Like the name Darkhold really made her hold all that darkness inside of her. Basically, that's the title and stuff like that. Then she says, "I want this girl," and why she want the girl, because I want to have a children of my own with that kind of power, so I can live with a family and stuff like that. And Strange like, "Okay, yeah, that's cool, Wanda, but ain't that a little dark? I mean, you're gonna kidnap a girl, then use the sacrifice just for you to have children." Doctor Strange keep telling her in every part of the film, "You don't have kids. You don't have kids." But Wanda is just so blind to the fact that, "I don't give a darn what you said. I want what I want." And she said, "I said what I said." And Doctor Strange is like, So since I came to you the wrong place at the wrong time, then you're gonna try to attack my crib and you're gonna try to kill the kid. Man, Wanda, I messed up. So you definitely off the lunchbox for now. Basically. So yeah, so now Doctor Strange had to take America Chavez to Carmitage with Wong and everything. Wong was pretty good in his film. He was used I would say lightly in the film. He had good uses and stuff like that, but a fair use of the film, I must say. So then they're at Carmitage. Now they got to do all this big giant wall, the fences like Helm's Deep for Lord of the Rings, with all the sorceries, original and wizardry and stuff like that. And I must tell you, excuse me, that the film's visuals, in my opinion, because I saw this in Dolby Cinema and Dolby Atmos, 4K screen, high dynamic range, all that fancy stuff. It was really, really great sound, great visuals. This is a must-see thing. And she's a villain and a kidnapper as well, with a funny coincidence. Yeah, this Scarlet Witch, man. She said what she said. When she said she's going to do it, she said that she's going to do it. And then she comes over to Carmitage with the big, full, dark forest clouds and stuff like that. And then the scene was so quiet and it's so suspenseful. You don't know when she was going to pop up and stuff like that. So she pops up, and then she's doing all these killings against all the wizards and all this fancy stuff and everything. And what else is happening? I'm trying to think. I only saw the movie once, and then so while she was attacking all the wizards, there was this one wizard guy that was in pain and agony. He's like, like she just like burned half of his leg or body off or something like that. And then he was in such pain and agony that she just obliterate him like he was nothing. So I was like, oh my God, Wanda, you just went from Avenger to dang, like I don't know this Wanda and stuff. So now she's going to a chase with America Chavez, and the freakiest scene. Doctor Strange used some magic thing to block her to keep her at bay, and this was very Sam Raimi at first because it was like a whole mirror thing, like a liquid reflection thing. So she put her fingers through it, some weirdness, and then after she put her fingers through it, you can see that her body was like all deformed. It kind of reminded me of The Ring. I only saw that movie once, and I'm not watching that movie ever again. When she starts using the reflection, yes, the reflection, yeah, that scene. Oh my God, that scene was crazy when she came through the mirror thing, and she came out like she was like some exorcist crap coming out, like she was just flexing, like demon dancing. She just like, yo, what? Like, and then they had to cover the puddles, the reflection. She was doing all crazy nonsense and stuff like that, and yeah, and it was really insane what she was doing. That she tied up Wong and held him hostage and Strange, and America Chavez had to go to different dimensions. Now the different dimension part, that's the one part of the film which I really wanted to explore more in depth about what the multiverse was. Like, we know, we get the idea and concept of what the multiverse is, but I just want to go in depth with what it is. But I was satisfied of what we were seeing because if you saw in the trailers and the clips that Doctor Strange had to dive and save America Chavez, and then him and America Chavez going through all these dimensions. It was a weird dimensions actually. One dimension was like it was like a art painting dimension, and then went to the black and white noir. When I first saw the black and white noir, did anyone think, I don't know if it was just me, like the dark Spider-Man noir, like if you saw Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse, when Nicolas Cage was, you know, that Spider Noir, I thought about that universe. And I was watching New Rock Stars, and New Rock Stars, if you haven't checked them out, please check them out. And yes, in the cartoon too, which was a very interesting animation, stuff like that. They went into so many details. And there was one dimension, it was like Stark drones that you saw in Spider-Man Far From Home. I feel that maybe a dimension when the drones were taking over the Marvel universe during that time. And what else was there during those dimensions? It was so many things. Then one was like a fire, like the planet Mustafar from Star Wars, the lava planet Mustafar. Or it could be Marvel's version of Hell, because everyone's saying, "Where's Mephisto? Where's Mephisto? Where is he going to be involved?" and stuff like that. I was waiting for a little Mephisto cameo in the movie, but it didn't happen. So it's all good, stuff like that. So as they go through all these crazy dimensions and stuff like that, then they landed on dimension. What is it called? Earth? Is it 638? I think it's called Earth 638. Correct me if I'm wrong, or something like that. Or 838? No, I think it's Earth 838. It's one of it. It's 838, something like that. But anywho, so Doctor Strange and America Chavez lands at 838, and when they're in this dimension and stuff like that, hey, what's up, man? How you been? welcome to the live stream and chat. Yeah, man. And listen, y'all can feel free and chat, ask questions, and nerd out or comment, please, because I this is our time to nerd out about the film and stuff like that. And letting you know this is a spoiler talk as well too. So yeah, and I really enjoyed your presence. So pretty dope. What was I saying? So now we are in Earth 838, and what's weird. They're like a fish. Well, Doctor Strange mostly is a fish out of water because America Chavez says she's been through every dimension. So it's interesting because the red light was the green light, and the green light is the red light because Doctor Strange almost got hit by the car and stuff like that. And it's an interesting timeline and a great cameo if you're a Sam Raimi fan. If you watch all the Sam Raimi movies, stuff like that, Bruce Campbell, which I thought was a good cameo appearance. He was the guy with the pizza balls, stuff like that. And then he said, "Hey, you're that strange guy." And then Doctor Strange was like, "Don't touch me ever again." Then Doctor Strange possessed him, and then he had to made him slap himself for like 3 weeks. It's like, oh my god, like, like, oh my god, bro, like, really? Yeah. So as they're walking down the street, what I really liked about this scene was the memory lane part because it's like it kind of like I said, this movie kind of reminded me of what if certain things. Like Doctor Strange was looking at Christine Palmer's past history, and then when he sees the past history and he feels the love and affection of Christine, you really feel the sense Doctor Strange's heart is like, man, what if I had her at this moment? What if I didn't say those things? What if? And the same thing with what's her name, American Chavez, when she went through her memories, because her mother's, because in comic book she has two moms, stuff like that, I believe, and in this film they admitted that as well too. And yeah, she said that they're lost in a certain dimension, she can't find them and stuff like that. So she has to go fight him and similar things, stuff like that. And another great thing. Now let's just go straight to the point right here. I'm going. My brain is going to all sequence of the movies, so bear with me. So as Doctor Strange, Eric Chavez is walking through, then we see a big giant statue of Strange, but he does have a mustache and stuff like that and a beard. And it says down below the statue, if I can remember, in my translation, Doctor Strange kicked the Thanos' butt, including with Earth's mightiest heroes and stuff like that. So Strange says, "Oh wow!" So this means that I was thinking about an Avengers Infinity War when Doctor Strange was seeing all them possibilities of how to kill Thanos, all that stuff. I wonder if these were these type of moments that he saw the possibilities of how to win and what was the contradictory to that. And if they win with the Illuminati and all that stuff, Doctor Strange could have been a villain and it could have been more harmful and that stuff. It's a lot of great theories and great things to think about doing those things. But anywho, so America Chavez, Doctor Strange bump into this building, and then we see who we see with dreadlocks and a black dude. It's Baron Mordor. Baron Mordor stands at the door, but the thing was, this was not Earth 616 Baron Mordor. This was Earth 838 Baron Mordor. Because I was excited. So, okay, good. Let's see Baron Mordor. Are they going to fight off again? What's Mordor's conflict, stuff like that? But the disappointing thing was that we didn't get that, But I understand because this is a different dimension of Baron Mordor and stuff like that. He was still a villain. He still was conflicted. He still went against Strange and everything because he put poison tea and stuff like that. And Strange and America Chavez a cup. And then after that, they blacked out. And then now Strange and America Chavez are in this prison now. They're like, what in the world are we in? And then Strange sees his girl, with a girl that he loves, what's her name? Christine. But Christine is in like a doctor suit. She's studying the multiversal things and stuff like that. And yeah, Trey's like, oh my god, so this is a possibility. This is what would have happened in this time, a certain things, certain like that. And then we see the Ultron Centurion bots, which I thought when I first saw in the trailer, I was like, holy crap. And it looks very comic accurate as well, too. And then Baron Mordo come out and says, and I get chills when he said that too. The Illuminati will see you now. And then the Doctor Strange them are escorted to the Illuminati building. And it's funny because it says the Baxter building. Well, it says, yeah, it says the Richards Baxter building, stuff like that. So when I hear the word Baxter and Richard, stuff like that, I was like, hold up. I was like, are they going to introduce the OGs of the Illuminati team and stuff like that? So I was like, okay, I'm just going to wait. So they're walking into the Illuminati room and stuff like that, and always see all these 6 or 7 chairs. I noticed in the film that there was one person missing from that chair, so I don't know who I thought it was. I thought before the movie came out, I thought Tom Cruise, fan theories, fans, he was going to cameo as Iron Man because. And fun fact, Tom Cruise did want to cameo as Iron Man before Robert Downey Jr. got the role, but Tom Cruise denied it and all that stuff. So that's how Robert Downey Jr. got the role and stuff like that. But anywho, besides that, so then we see the whole room of the Illuminati and stuff like that. This scene was the scene that I nerded the heck out, So as Doctor Strange walks into the room, we see all the chairs lined up, and I'm trying to remember who was the first one that had screen appearance. Betty, I'm gonna go over it. So, first one we saw was, if I can remember, it was Captain America's girl, and y'all know who I'm talking about. But it was from the What If. She threw the shield and everything. It was for the What If Captain America girl. I was like, oh, yes. Because if those who were watching the What Ifs and stuff like that, we were all nerded out. I was like, oh my God, yeah. And then the camera shift over to another Illuminati member, and then it was Black Bolt and stuff like that. Yeah, what's up, Deshaun? How you been, Brody? And stuff like that. This is Spoiler Talking Doctor Strange, bro. It's all good, man. Yo, love your vibes, man. You're a pretty dope dude, man. Great to see you in the live chat, man, and stuff. And nerd out if you want. Questions and stuff like that. I'm all here for it. So we're on the Illuminati the scene with all the characters and stuff like that. So we saw the What If Captain Agent Carter. And then we see Black Bolt in his full Earth 616 comic accurate suit. And you know what's funny? It is the same actor from that terrible Inhuman show. Okay, honestly, when I first watched Inhumans, I thought the first 2 episodes were alright. I thought it was going to be better. But honestly, out of all TV shows and all movies that we watched in over histories, even though it's the worst movie, it's got to be one good thing in that show, and that was that kind of actor, the Black Bolt character. I can imagine him. He says, "Oh man, I'm on a TV show. I can't say nothing. All I got to do is just look all muscly and just don't say a word. No lines. Easiest job." And I guess I could imagine him, Kevin Feige, say, "Hey, yo, bro. So, we want you back for Black Bolt. Cool, great. And yes, you're going to speak. Cool, great. But then you're going to die for the first 5 minutes of the screen. So screen time. So yeah, but which was crazy. But I'm gonna get to that point too. I'll tell you my full reaction how I felt about that. So then we get to see Black Bolt in his full glory. Who else was there? And then we get to see John freaking, correct me, my last name is Krasinski or whatever his last name is. He's the guy from The Office, and he directed what's that movie? A Quiet Place. Great movie, by the way. As Mr. freaking Fantastic. I see how I'm smiling right now? Cheekbones and everything, with my skull and everything was so modelly handsome. I nerded out. That's just to point everything. Everybody nerded out because we another fan made theory that came true. Exactly, man, because everyone was saying, no, John Krasinski, he could be a great Mr. Fantastic, then bring his wife Emily Blunt, she could be Sue Storm. It could be a possibility. Now listen, it could be a possibility somewhere in the near future that Marvel could go that route, stuff like that. But since what's his name, John Watts stepped off for the Fantastic Four, and they can't find another director, so maybe John Krasinski, if his last name is, could either direct the film and act in it as well too. That would be great. That would be great, stuff like that. But getting to my point, I'm gonna say another thing after I get to where I'm getting to this scene here. So we can see Mr. Fantastic, Black Bolt, the Captain America, Captain Britain chick, and Monica Rambeau. Instead of Brie Larson's Captain Marvel, we see Monica Rambeau as the Captain Marvel, which is another interesting aspect of it. And Barry Motors is the 5th member. And okay, listen, this scene, this part, and the music. God bless Danny Elfman. We see a yellow hover chair, just hovering there. We should tell him the truth. And then the little trumpet sound, boom, 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 boom. I said, "Oh, song, bro. That's the theme song and everything. And he had on the full green suit and like he had the 90s X-Men thing, Charles freaking Xavier, and it was great to see Sir Patrick Stewart again on that screen, man, and the hover chair that he was in, stuff like that. It was all of it looked great, brilliant, beautiful, and stuff like that. And then afterwards, we come to this point where Scarlet Witch she just lost her doggone mind in this movie. So she just storms. I'm trying to get my mind right certain things. So Scarlet Witch, she used the dark code to do the dream walk thing. I think she called it stuff like that. And then she uses it to use her mind or spirit or something like that, some weirdness, and then transfer it to Earth 838, Wanda, so she could possess her body and use it to get in and stuff like that, bring them back. I'm tired of Marvel bringing him back, which I'm assuming is Professor X and kills them all. Listen, this is like the third time we see Professor X got killed. We saw Professor X got killed in X-Men The Last Stand. He was blown away by the Dark Phoenix. And 2, which really broke my heart, and Logan, Dark Evil Wolverine clone, stabbed him in the chest and stuff like that. And 3, Wanda just did the Man of Steel, General Zod, snap his neck thing. I'm gonna get to that point in a few minutes of how I really felt about that scene and stuff like that. So Wanda, I'm gonna get to the point right there real quick. So Wanda comes into the Illuminati thing. She is wrecking havoc. This is Earth 838 Wanda. Her body is possessed by her evil self. She just wrecking havoc around Illuminati's place and stuff like that. Like, where is this kid so I can make my children and stuff like that. And the crazy thing was when she got there, Mr. Fantastic and all his full glory was stretched through, stuff like that. And all the Illuminati team came right behind him, which was a great shot, by the way. Great scene. And then Mr. Fantastic say, hey, and you know what's so crazy? The whole Illuminati group was like, yo, we're the Illuminati. We got Black Bolt. We got all these top crews here. You can't stop us, sis. You're not going to hurt us. And Wanda's like, yo, she did a mic drop on Mr. Fantastic. Like, I forgot what she said, stuff like that, but she roasted him. Like, so I think she said, like, Mr. Fantastic, like, okay, so I got kids too. I can relate too, stuff like that. I got a wife and everything. I can understand. And Wanda's like, oh, so once I kill you, someone else is going to take their place. I was like, oh, I hit the heart. I hit the heart. And Mr. Fantastic's like, all right, you asking for a behind whooping heifer. So Black Bolt in all his glory was going to show off his power, like he's going to kill Wanda, but Wanda did some weird Matrix mess. Like if you saw the first Matrix, Neo's mouth shut it tight. Black Bolt himself was shocked, and the crazy thing was his death was graphic and insane, bro. Like when he spoke, you could see like all the power glow in his mouth, and it just went to his brain, and just and his brain just like crushed like it was nothing. Then he just died. I'm like, oh god dang, that was graphic, bro. And then Mr. Fantastic tried to attack her, and then yep, she shredded him into cheese and stuff like that, Swiss cheese, man. And then his head turned to a meatball, man. She killed Black Bolt and Mr. Fantastic. And then the crazy part was what's the name? What if Captain Britain Carter, I'm called Captain Britain Carter, she's about to fight her and all that stuff crazy. And then she said, I could do this all day, try to be like Cap and like her husband and stuff like that. But then Wanda, she just OP'd her. Like she just took her shield and just backfired, just sliced her in half. She was half the woman she used to be, no pun intended. And Monica Rambeau, Captain Marvel, tried to come at Wanda, but then Wanda crushed her in the pile of the statue and everything. I was like, yo, Wanda is not a joke. So that shows you how powerful Scarlet Witch really is. Like she takes it to a whole new level. And like in Avengers Endgame, if she could have handled Thanos on her own, like see how she's going to crush him just like that. That shows you how powerful she really is. And I love the part where Bearable is like, don't worry, Strange, since you're in handcuffs, my team is going to come any second now. And you hear all the fighting going outside. He's like, yeah, And he said, just Strange says, all right, bro, they ain't coming back. And then Strange, you say, you know what, Baron Mordo, I know you try to trick me. You probably did the same thing like you do to all dimensions. And then he had his little fight and everything. After Baron Mordo and Strange had a little fight and everything, he stays stuck in some little floor thing. He says, I see why all the Baron Mordos hate you, something like that. It was kind of disappointing in a way because I want to see more of Baron Mordo's little dark confliction, with Strange and everything. But it is what it is. That's not the Earth 616 Baron Mordor, so and stuff like that. And then let's get to the Professor X part. Let's get to the point real quick. So Charles Xavier, it's great to see Sir Patrick Stewart again. He does the whole cerebral thing, go into your mind thing. We see him in this nice black swagger, like I'm wearing right now. His black swagger, like sweater, turtleneck thing, and he's walking into the void to see where Wanda's mind is at. And then we see Wanda's mind, the good Wanda. She's trapped in this rubble. It kind of reminded me of WandaVision when she was the episode where she told the story when she in the Sokovia, her and her brother almost got killed and stuff like that, and the rocks fell on her and the missile was near her, stuff like that. It's similar to that scene. And then Charles like, I am trying to save you. You're a good person, Wanda, stuff like that. But then this big, giant, beautiful but dark red cloud just comes behind Charles Xavier. And what happened? He turns around and then just snapped his neck. Okay. To be fair, I didn't like it, but I liked it. Here's why. I'm going to tell you my opinion why I didn't like what happened. I'm 50-50 with that scene. So they introduced Marvel and introduced Illuminati and stuff like that. Reed Richards, all that stuff is cool, but they all died, And it's like, okay, cool. So you brought them in and then you just killed them all for the first 5 or 10 minutes of the scene. But what I did like, because they're in a multiverse. This is a multiverse now because this is their version. This is their heroes, stuff like that. So the movie was definitely a horror vibe. Yes, it was. It was. I'm getting on to get to that. I'm gonna touch that point in a few seconds in this video and stuff. Yeah. So kind of like it, but I did like how Wanda killed them all from a certain point of view because it's the multiverse. Oh, but remember, Professor X and Mr. Fantastic and all the other mutants, they exist. So the Earth 616 ones, they exist somewhere, the real MCU timeline, stuff like that. So it's just to say, like, just in case if they want to replace an actor or stuff like that, it's the same Professor X, but a different timeline person in a different dimension. So that's the reason why, stuff like that. But like I said, this movie opened up a lot of doors and a lot of possibilities and stuff like that. So after she killed the Illuminati and stuff like that, she's going after Strange and Christine Palmer and all this stuff. And what's so crazy? She had all the blood red, Ultron bloody blood parts. It kind of reminded me of some Sam Raimi movie that she was chasing them. She was like Evil Dead walking, like she was just chasing them over there, stuff like that. And then afterwards, while they were running to the doors and Strange was shutting the doors down and stuff like that, I was like, wait a minute. Why are Doctor Strange and them stopping? Keep running. But during Doctor Strange, people walked out of the movie, whole families walked out of the movie, symbolisms will be their downfall. Yeah. That's the message of the movie and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm gonna get to that part. So she's chasing Doctor Strange and them into this dark, what's it like? Look like the X-Men 2, X-Men United, water tunnel scene, and Wanda she just pops out of nowhere. It's just like quiet, then bam! Like, oh my god! Like, Wanda! All this other stuff. So yeah, but Strange closed it down, stuff like that, and then they bump into the Darkhold, into the other dimension and stuff like that. So Strange and what's her name? America Chavez got the Darkhold and stuff like that. So Wanda, like I said, she has been going through, like, I really feel bad for Wanda, and I really didn't. How can I say this? Okay, I 90% feel bad for Wanda because we grew up watching Wanda. She lost her brother. She lost her toy boyfriend Vision, and then losing her children. She it's like one of those people. It's like that message, like, you want that reality and dream to come to be, but when you don't get it, you will kill. You would do anything to get that reality back just one more time and stuff like that. That's how Wanda really felt to me and stuff like that. Like I really felt bad for her. And her parents too. Yeah, Wanda lost a whole lot. So you could understand why she wants to do what she's going to do and stuff like that. Let me see. I'm trying to remember certain things. So after they got the Darkhold, oh yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. I only saw the movie once and everything. Did Wanda kidnap America Chavez, or America Chavez got lost somewhere? Because I remember it was Christine and Doctor Strange. They were in some dark witchcraft room that they had to solve away and stuff like that. I'm trying to remember. I can't put my toes on that. I think she kidnapped her or stuff like that. But anywho, besides the point. So we get to the point where Doctor Strange and Christine during this dark witchcraft. Whoa, yes. That's now I remember. Okay, cool. Now, okay, so Doctor Strange and yeah, she did take her, right? Thank you for correcting me, Deshaun. Great memory. So since America Chavez got kidnapped, and now Doctor Strange and Christine are in this dark dimension version of the evil Strange. Now, what was interesting was that the Illuminati was saying is that I love the different possibilities of the scene where Thanos was dead in Infinity War, like what could have been, what should have been. I wonder if this was part of Doctor Strange's vision. What if he killed Thanos in that way, stuff like that. The Illuminati was there, and Doctor Strange did something contradictory, and they had to lie about certain things. And Black Bolt had to kill Doctor Strange or some nonsense because Doctor Strange used the manipulation of the Darkhold, because you could tell by the dark tips of his fingers and stuff like that that he was possessed. He was going too dark and stuff like that. So Black Bolt, which I like, he said, he whispers, "I'm sorry." And that joint was loud in my theater, bro. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That left a ring in my ear. That's how loud Black Bolt's voice was and stuff like that. But after that, they go into the dark Sanctum Sanctorum house. Christine is left outside. I would not be outside. Listen, if I see Skull and Bones and we're in a weird freaking dimension, I am not staying outside by myself, Strange. And you know us black people, especially me, my black self. I'm coming with you. That's it. And if stuff pops up, then I'm gonna leave. I'll be booking. I'll be taking your sling ring. I'll be yeah. But besides that, so Doctor Strange goes to the creepy Sanctum Sanctorum's house, and he meets his darker half. And this Strange right here, he felt the dark depression. Like everyone around him just died. Like there was no existence in this dimension and stuff like that. And what I didn't know is that Doctor Strange had a sister. I never knew Doctor Strange had a sister. He says that their sisters died while they were on a lake. And doing my research, even watching New Rockstars, that she died while they were playing on the thin ice of lake, and that's how she, died. It kind of reminded me of the Moon Knight episode. If you saw the season finale, Moon Knight's brother died in the water, and when they were young and stuff like that. So he's talking with his evil self, and his evil self, they're having a conflicted conversation about the Darkhold and dimensions, blah blah blah. And this is where I talk about my non-spoiler, where things got really creative. Like when they were fighting each other in the scene, I really love how, when they were using their magic, like the evil Doctor Strange, which his magic was purple, which is interesting because throughout the whole Marvel universe, the purple represents dark magic and all this stuff. So pay attention to the colors of the Marvel universe. And then the Good Strange was fighting with the orange. And I love how they took all the musical notes, and then they would throw in music and bars and stuff like that. And I love how they got the Dark Strange, it's like that was very cool. Stuff like that. They would throw a bar. You see, everybody thinks things differently. So I was picturing a hilarious moment. Imagine if it was like a hip hop Strange. They would throw a bad hip hop bars. Like imagine they were throwing like big beats and bars while fighting each other, stuff like that. Strange bars, no pun intended. That's what I was thinking about throughout the film and everything. But that's when I part the things were creative, stuff like that. Their fight scenes and everything was great. And I must say, throughout the whole film, I really enjoy the visuals, and the fight scenes were really, really dope in this film. I'm not gonna lie, I really enjoyed it, and the creativity, because like you see in the other fantasy movies, it's just like a lazy magical fight scene show. It's like, okay, wizard, shoot, 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 shoot. No, this one's creative. They got like dragons, they got this morphin, they got this days. It was very creative what Sam Raimi was doing in this scene and stuff like that. So after they got all the, so getting back to what I'm saying, after the evil Doctor Strange, good Doctor Strange to fight each other, and then he just what did he did? He did one last musical note, and he just said, "Bing!" Then he just flies out the wood like, ah! He gets impaled. Another graphical thing, which 9-year-olds and 10-year-olds should not be watching. That's too rough for you, babies, rated R, stuff like that, you know. But then the thing that I almost got confused on, I like, when he was dead, his other eye, his third eye opened up, like bam, like what does that mean? So then I had to do a lot of research. What it really means is that like darkness still exists, evil is still alive, and stuff like that. So them dark spirits, they're not gonna stop, stuff like that. So after he kicked his dark side self butt, what's his name? Christina him had to go to this dark witchcraft like ceremonial thing that Strange had to do. The creepiest thing, it was shown in the trailer too, that he had to resurrect his dark other dimension. Can you just imagine your other dimensional self? Evil Doctor Strange reminds me of Ra's al Ghul's Death of Arkham. That's exactly what that reminded me of. That's exactly what that reminded me of. Good reference. Yeah, so he had to resurrect his evil not his evil self, but his supreme strange self with the ponytail, look like Steven Seagal self, and it was so weird and creepy. He had to put himself in that body, and then you see all the deformity and the thriller and the bone and everything and all the details. Sam Raimi was going Defender Strange, thank you. I call him Steven Seagal Strange with the ponytail and stuff like that. But Defender Strange, thank you. You see all the details and all the grittiness and all the gore and all that stuff and everything. And it's like, oh yeah, shit. It was Sam Raimi written over. He was having so much fun with it too, with the visual. I could imagine the fun and the creepiness he was doing when Strange was summoning all the demon spirits and souls around him and it was like this cape now, stuff like that. So it's just all deformity and chasing. It was just so creepy, it was hard. I was like, God darn, that's scary, man. Like, but I really dig it. I really dig it and stuff like that because Doctor Strange and comic books and all his life deal with freaky mess like this. So I really really dig the horror aspect of these films and stuff like that. Those are the things I loved about it. And then afterwards, he gets that weird body. He goes over to that big giant mountain, which was in the comic books. For fun fact, that's where Wanda in the comic books was talking to some demon guy that made that world for her, and then that's how she becomes the Scarlet Witch in the throne. It's the same similar thing in the scene, but just in the MCU version, stuff like that. So Strange has to have a conflict with a Wanda fighting her and stuff like that. Boom, bam, boom, and stuff like that. What I really loved in the scene that when American Chavez broke free, she when she was punching Wanda, stuff like that. They were fighting demons and all that stuff, kicked their butt, cool, all that stuff. When she was fighting Wanda and all that stuff, she almost killed Wanda in the MCU's version of Hell because you saw like the background of Hell, like Wanda almost died and stuff like that. But I think Strange gave her the hint and stuff like that says, "Hey, don't do that to her. Give her the real, true her." And then she opened a portal up, and I love the cinematography shot that Sam Raimi shot. And it went from like a rectangle to you see the point of view of Wanda, like she's trying to reach for her kids, and she took Wanda into her own horror, which was her own children. So when when the Scarlet Witch, let's just say Scarlet Witch just walks into that room, you can see the children will run in terror, like, oh my God, you're not my mom, you're not my mom. She said, no, you're your mom. But this scene really shows you that all the things that she believed that she thought she was doing right, she was doing all this cause and all this goal just to get to those kids. But what really hurted her is that the kids were running away and called her a monster, which was another symbolic theme of that scene and stuff like that, which I really, really enjoyed the message of that. And then the good Wanda um confronted her evil self and says, what I forgot what she said to her, stuff like that. But then she said something to her, and then the Scarlet Witch Wanda realized the hurt and damage that she really was the monster that she really was. And I think and then she crumbled down the whole sanctuary of herself down. Kind of remind me of like in the Bible when Samson crushed the two pillars besides all the Philistines died, stuff like that, like sacrifice. And also reminded me of Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2. He had to crush the machine down. It's like a good guy, went rogue, because the dark powers took over him, and now he has to go under the water and sink and stuff like that. But we don't know his fate, and then until Dr. Octopus popped up in Spider-Man No Way Home. So the same thing with Scarlet Witch. She crumbled it down. She made a little sacrifice. I realized that I will not die a monster, but I am a monster. Bam. But the question is, where did Scarlet Witch go? Where does she go and stuff like that? We know she's not dead because I looked at the Marvel Wikipedia, Marvel Wiki, it's called, stuff like that. It says her status is unknown, all that stuff. So we don't know, but I know that she's alive and stuff like that. So after all of that, Strange and everything, they're cool. Everyone say the day, the multiverse is cool and stuff like that, which we think is cool, stuff like that, cool. And then America Chavez, which is interesting. She's being trained with the Carmitage people, all that stuff. So she's going to have double powers now. So she got the time traveling star power, and then she's going to do like some multiversal power things, stuff like that. They say she destroyed the Darkhold in every universe. Yes. So yeah, they did destroy the Darkhold, stuff like that. So is 616 Wanda dead? Oh, and here's another good thing. I don't think that she's dead. Maybe she could be dead. But since all this multiverse thing that Marvel's doing, it could be a possibility that they could resurrect her, because I believe the 838 Earth Wanda that she bumped into, because that's the same universe with Professor X and stuff like that. So is that the same universe that the mutants exist? And if that Wanda and that multiverse exists, maybe it's somewhere, I don't know how they're going to do it in the near future, that Earth 838 Wanda may come out, because she's a mutant at some point as well too. So maybe she might introduce the mutant world to that and stuff like that. I don't know and stuff like that, but it could be a possibility, because it did also mention in WandaVision, when the rubbles and everything, her home was struck by the missile, stuff like that. Before she got experimented with the space stone and her powers grew more, it did mention that she did had her powers before that. So could that be a possibility that Wanda in the world of mutants exist during that time and stuff like that, because she had her powers? So no, who knows? But besides that point, stuff like that. So Doctor Strange, he went home and stuff like that. He's feeling good and everything. The multiverse is safe. But then what really scared me with that ending, he had like a traumatized, like, oh my god, like he had a headache or like a stomach ache, like that kind of move and stuff like that. And then afterwards, he looks up into the camera screen and his eyes just bolt out, bam, and then like creepiness, and then just blacks out. I'm like, this is the end. Like, whoa. Who, what, when, where, why? And my thoughts in my brain is like, oh my god, is Doctor Strange going to go crazy, evil, stuff like that, and all that stuff? And then after the credits were rolling, the ending had me confused. Yeah, me too, and stuff like that. But then afterwards, the other mid-credit scene, it felt like he just walked it off or something like that. It felt like he was like, ah! The mid-credit scene, okay, you know what? It's just, you eye me, I'm just fine. I'm fine. I'm just going to walk it off and stuff like that. Man, that's what it felt like to me and stuff like that, So anywho, there's two post-credit scenes. One was really interesting and really good. The last one, which you really didn't have to stay for, but stay for it anyway, because it was semi-hilarious to me. But let's talk about the post-credit scene. So for those who are confused of who that chick was who popped out of nowhere in that mid-credit scene, her name is Clea. Now, Clea, she is the niece of the Dark Dimension. Excuse me, of the Dark Dimension. What's his name? Dormammu. That's Dormammu's niece, Clea. So she says something about Doctor Strange need to fix something, because there's she says a word in the comic books, which I did look it up. A catastrophe is going to happen. It's like something that's going to happen in Battle World in the comic books. That's when Doctor Doom's plan is in fold or something like that, and something crazy is going to happen in the near future, and all the Avengers, all that stuff. It's in the comic books. You just got to look it up and stuff like that. But anywho, get back to what I'm saying. Who that chick was? She was Clea. She's the niece of Dormammu, and they had to solve this dark dimension crisis, and she's going to be a future lover of Doctor Strange as well too. Because how I know about half of these things, because I played the Ultimate Alliance game for PS3, stuff like that. That's how I was introduced to this whole Marvel world, these whole Marvel characters. If it wasn't for that game, then I probably wouldn't known or got too much interest in these characters. So I blame Ultimate Alliance game for getting me into these characters. So when I was, it's a level in the video game, the Ultimate Alliance, where you're in Doctor Strange's house and you're talking to all these characters, and then you talk to this woman called Clea. Now you don't play as Clea, you don't go on any missions with Clea, but she tells a little backstory that her and Doctor Strange fell in love, or they go into all this stuff like that. This game was ahead of its time. Yeah, that was Marvel's Ultimate Alliance game was a really great game, and I really loved that game. I loved the lore. It introduced me to the whole world of the comic books and the characters and stuff like that. That's how I got to know Moon Knight, Doctor Strange, Luke Cage, all these characters I never knew who was in the Marvel universe and stuff like that. Anywho, yeah. So so Doctor Strange feels confident with his third eye. So what the third eye is that he's carrying the darkness inside of him and stuff like that. So even though he has darkness inside him, that's why she asked him, "Are you afraid, Strange?" He's like, "No, I'm not afraid." Woo! Bless me. Thank you. Um, so that third eye means that Doctor Strange has like some kind of darkness inside of him, stuff like that, because he took part of the dark hold with him and stuff like that. So it feels like in this one he's going to take with full confidence with this third eye. He's going to use the power for it. So Strange's like, yeah, cool, let's go on. And thank you, my friend. That was one heck of a sneeze. Allergies, by the way. So they're going to go to the not to the multiverse, but to the dark dimension this time, and have a fight with Dormammu or whoever they're going to fight in the near future. Good OJ, love it. Yeah, but then that's how the movie ended and stuff like that. And then the end post credit scene just shows you Bruce Campbell just beating himself up in 3 weeks. You see the scratch marks, stuff like that, and he's like, "Ha! It stopped." And he looks at the camera. It's over. It blocked out. And everyone in theaters is like, "Oh, brah, really bad." And it always reminds. Anytime I see any credit scenes like that from Marvel, I always think about the Spider-Man Homecoming Captain America part where he says, "Hi, I'm Captain America. So I'm here to talk to you today about patience." Took all that time waiting for all the credits roll and your theories of what's going to happen, and you're wondering why you just sat there for no apparent reason. That's what I always think about every time I see those post-credit scenes, stuff like that. Yeah, man. But overall, I think I'm the only person that really enjoyed the movie. And my non-spoiler talk review, I gave this movie a 8.9 out of 10. And as I'm thinking about it, so when a movie comes out on Disney Plus, I will and should do a reaction towards it to rewatch certain things so I can see what I liked, what I didn't like, or what I missed, something like that. Because it takes 45 days after the theaters to be streamed on Disney Plus. That's the time we will all see it in IMAX. For those of you who have never seen a movie in IMAX and a chance, or you have no IMAX theaters, and there it is, you get to see on Disney Plus with a high aspect ratio with that. So if you had a good surround sound system like I do, like an OLED and a 77-inch TV like I do, you're in for something like that. My guy Deshaun says I give it an 8 out of 10. I would agree with that. I give it an 8.9 out of 10. Mine is going lower because I'm thinking about certain things, but coulda, woulda, shoulda, because I really want to explore more of the multiverse of what it means and stuff like that. Like I know what it means, but just let's dive a little bit deeper, dig deeper into what it really means, stuff like that. But overall, I really had a blast with this film because there was, and I think they just posted on the internet just now that let me see what Rotten Tomatoes look like right now. So Rotten Tomatoes is now May 5th on the 8th of 2022. The tomato meter score is reading 75% for critics, but audience says that they still love it, 87%. So my review, my points, I agree with the audience with an 85% I would give this film or stuff like that. It's not the worst. It's not it's not the worst film. It's not a bad film. It's not a perfect film, but it's really a darn great time. Visual effect, horrifying at certain aspects. Like don't take your kids who are like 10 or 9 or 8 because there are certain scenes that would traumatize them. And but it's not as scary like it like the movie it's scary. It like for me, it scares the crap out of me at certain scenes, stuff like that. And listen, I'm a grown man too, and it scares me. I get scared easily. So Doctor Strange had jump scares, but It wasn't that scary, stuff like that. Yeah, so I felt it was overhyped because of the rumors. Yeah, now did that. Yeah, see that this is another thing. Now, okay, now this is when y'all can nerd out. We can ask questions or comments or whatever it is at this point of view, stuff like that. Because like I said, I enjoy the film. I changed my score to 8.5 out of 10 now, stuff like that. Because I still enjoy the film. I enjoy both Doctor Strange films. I enjoyed the original one, but this one was like a good horror, have fun, when a multiverse thing. Now, to the point, I'm gonna got a couple of more minutes left. Got like 10 minutes to the stream and stuff like that. 10 or 15 minutes. Let's add 15 minutes and stuff like that to the stream. So my guy Deshaun, not a great guy I've met on here. He said I felt it was overhyped because of the rumors and stuff like that. Because listen, to Marvel fans or to anyone, when we see a trailer or a movie about the buildup of these characters and title and what it showed to us, we do build up these theories and we do build up these moments. We take it to the whole hype, it's like Avatar or what's another overhyped movie that we can go through here. I'm trying to look up an overhyped movie list. Yeah, we just take it to a whole new level of stuff like that. Then when we get to the theater or stuff like that, it didn't come out to you what it expected to be and stuff like that. So in my brain, like I'm excited, but I'm not going to put my overall thoughts. 'Cause I didn't make the film. I'm gonna take the film in the way it is and stuff like that. See what they got to say like that. So I'm just going to play it safe and stuff like that. And whatever the film shows me, it is what it is. It answers some of my questions, and some of it didn't answer my questions. But overall, it was still a satisfying film. But another film that was worth, in my opinion, for the Phase 4 of the MCU was Spider-Man No Way Home. That movie did prove its hypeness. It was very rewarding, and it didn't kill off any of the old school head, thank God, Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield characters during that film and everything. Because imagine if they did, oh my God, I would also buy it. I thought about the scene when Green Goblin stabbed Tobey Maguire in No Way Home in the back. I'm like, oh God, it came back to him like Spider-Man 1 and stuff like that. Like, yeah, that's how it feels. So I thought Tobey Maguire was going to die, but it didn't go out that way. Everyone came out alive. Nice and smooth, that movie. Like, I could watch Spider-Man No Way Home, Multiverse, Spider-Verse movie, whatever you call it, 1,000 times and never get bored, man. Stuff like that. Yeah. But this movie, I could watch this movie 1,000 times because I love Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange is a cool character. It still won't get bored. How I could compare this movie to, I would say it's fun. Like I'm looking at my Marvel library list. It's fun, like Ant-Man fun. Still got the same formula as the first Doctor Strange, but just add more horror, graphic, darker tone in this film. That's what it reminds me of and stuff like that. But overall, the acting was great. Everyone did a darn great job. Benedict Cumberbatch was my favorite actor. I love Doctor Strange. He was born to play this role and stuff like that. So I loved him. America Chavez, which I thought she was going to be an annoying character, but she didn't. She wasn't an annoying character. She proved. I love the relationship between Doctor Strange and America Chavez. And Wong had a good couple of scenes and roles and stuff like that. He played his part, but the one that stole for me for this show was a supporting actress, which I think she should get a supporting actress Academy Award. Is Elizabeth Olsen as Wanda. She was darn great. You felt her emotions. That's what I love about villains in certain parts of Marvel. You felt their emotions, you felt their pains, you know what they're going through. And if you've never seen WandaVision, then you'll probably feel like, okay, I don't know why she made that turn or twist, but you know, it is what it is. But the movie do explain to audience members who have never seen it. So they give you like a little nice recap and stuff like that, you know. But the question is, before I conclude this live stream, what is Elizabeth did darn great. What is do you think Wanda is dead? Like the Earth 6 Scarlet Witch, Earth 616 Wanda is dead? I don't think so. I think she's unconscious or put herself into another dimension because the dark hole is defeated and gone. But of course, there's also another magic and spells that's out there that could resurrect her. Could she be in hell with Mephisto? Maybe that's another theory that she probably don't die and stuff like that. I think she's dead. We don't know. But then Wanda 838 is still alive, so maybe she might come somewhere near point. I don't know. And another question: what is Doctor Strange fate? Where are we going to see Doctor Strange next? But she's going with Clea and going to fight Dormammu somewhere. Do you think we might see him in the Secret Wars or Avengers 5? Or it says he'll return, but we don't know when he's going to return. What's another good question about this film? Um, yeah, I think that's all the questions I got so far about the film so far. Y'all, do y'all have any questions or theories that y'all could pop up on here and stuff? So yeah, let's see, man. Batman smart 100. Hey, Batman is smart, and yes, Batman, you are very smart, man. I love Batman. Great to see you here on live stream. And listen, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in because this is my first and ever doing a first time live YouTube live stream and stuff like that. So it's really, really great to see y'all. I love your vibes, your energy. I always love giving positive vibes and energies to people, stuff like that. So y'all really are great. What realities and stuff like that? Yo, I met you on the Mego too. Yeah, man. I met a lot of cool people on the Mego, man. Y'all really dope, man. I really love your vibes. What realities you recognize when he was with America? Oh, you talking about now they showing you. Are you talking about when they were going through the different dimensions? Um Him and America Chavez, they would go to the rainbow or the painting dimensions and all these other dimensions. I said it earlier in the video. Yeah, I said it earlier. And please check out new rock stars, y'all. Like YouTube him right now. He'll tell you all about the theories. He goes in a lot of details about that. So check him out on YouTube. Like I said, we saw the black and white dimension. I thought about the Spider Noir universe. I caught the red, looked like the Mustafar lava planet from Star Wars. I thought it was that's like Mephisto's realm or the Marvel's version of hell. We saw Jurassic Park period. It's not Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park is not Barf. I'm just letting you know, but Jurassic period. And once I get the movie on 4K Blu-ray, I heard they cut 45 minutes of the film. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's why some people were complaining. Like it felt a little choppy in certain things, felt a little rushed in certain things, stuff like that. I can I honestly be like real with y'all. Like I didn't feel like it was choppy, but not that much for rush choppy. I don't know. It's just probably me. Maybe when I watch the movie again when it comes out on Disney Plus and I watch the IMAX version, I probably might it might be a different point of view. But yeah, like I said, when that comes out, I had to freeze frame it and see which dimensions and portals that they were going through, stuff like that. Because Marvel is really great with their references and stuff like that. And another good question, since the multiverse it was quick, it didn't feel like 2 hours. Yeah, because I went to the movies. My showtime was a 2 o'clock showtime, minus the previews. The movie really started like around 2:15, and the movie ended around, I checked my watch, it was like 4:25, 4:30. My movie ended. So, and it felt like a long movie. It felt like a just right time experience with movies, stuff like that. But yeah, but dang, I was about to ask a question. I had a brain fart. Oh, I had a multiverse fart. Trying to think. Uh can't think of it now. Oh, yes, that's my question. That's my question. So since Kang the Conqueror and the Loki TV show, he said the multiverse, once you kill me, I'm gonna wreak havoc in the multiverse. So the King the Conqueror had a certain effect during this movie with the multiverse time because we saw in the beginning of the Doctor Strange movie, they were going through multiverse craziness, stuff like that. And then and then in the second act of the film, when him, Doctor Strange, Christine, and American Chavez, they were going to the dark hole dimension. The multiverse looked like it was all split it into all ruined. So do you think that King the Conqueror had something to do with that? Because he's wreaking havoc and doing all this craziness. That's just another thoughts and opinions I have about that. Yeah. So before I close this live stream, got another 5 minutes left. So I'm gonna go to pros and cons of the movie. So let's go with the cons. The cons, like I said, I thought we could explore the multiverse a bit more. I wanted a little bit more of Baron Mordor, but it is what it is. He was short but sweet. The Illuminati deaths were a little too quick. It was cool, great cameos and everything, but I thought it was a little too quick and just like, bah, excuse me. But And also was another the visual effects on some scenes. It's just a little nitpick. They were a little okay in certain scenes, stuff like that, but that's a little nitpick. What else did I had a flaw in this film? Those are my three flaws. So far, that's all the three flaws that I got. Now, the pros of this film, I enjoyed the story. The story was not the best story, but it was a very good story. And the title, some people said the title should not have been called Multiverse of Madness because they said they didn't explore too much of the whole world of the multiverse. When you think about it, sometimes people take the hype over their heads too much. When you think about it, we are going to different multiverses of people, but why is it called the Multiverse of Madness? Because Wanda, in all her madness and all her glory, wants the power of all these multiverses so that she can have what she wants. So it could be in that aspect of why Sam Raimi or the co-workers of Marvel wanted to choose that title, because she is going mad throughout every multiverse. So that's just a point like that. All right, so I'd said my cons. Now the pros of the film, like I said, good story. It's not the best story, but it's a very good, satisfying story. Really enjoyed the heck out of Wanda, her turning as a villain and her wreaking havoc and exploring more of her dark power was great. I enjoyed the visual presentations of this film. Doctor Strange did it again for me, visual wise, and the creativity, the magic spells, and all that stuff. Enjoyed the first horror aspects of this film, because now I am curious of how Marvel's going to do the horror aspects with future movies or TV shows. For a good example, if they're going to do Ghost Rider deals with demons and these monsters and all that stuff. So I want to know how they're going to do that. And we're going to get Blade, who's going to deal with vampires and stuff like that. So I wonder how they're going to do with Blade and Disney parks. Maybe they might do a Halloween special or crazy goriness with the vampires and stuff like that. Who knows? So this is like Marvel's first experiment, stuff like that. And my guy Deshaun says he said he wanted more cameos and stuff like that. I think it was enough cameos to be satisfied, because we got Professor Rex, we got Black Bolt, and listen, that Mr. Fantastic cameo, I was not expecting that. I had the same feeling like how I did not expect Matt Murdock to pop out of nowhere in No Way Home. That's the kind of reaction I felt for Mr. Fantastic's appearance. And if John Krasinski, like I said, the multiverse is the Marvel has opened a room for the multiverse of many possibilities. So that Professor X is going to be replaced with another Professor X actor, and that Mr. Fantastic actor is going to be replaced with another one. So this is going to be, like I said, Earth 616 MCU's version of the real. Hopefully, we get it right, accurate, and Kevin Feige that we trust, accurate X-Men and Apocalypse. I mean, not Apocalypse. I'm thinking about Apocalypse. Like, I love Apocalypse for X-Men. X-Men and Fantastic Four, for the MCU and stuff like that. So yeah, I really don't know who's going to direct the Fantastic Four movie yet. But overall, get what I said. Good story. I love the action. Wanda was great. Acting was great, and the horror elements were great. And I just had fun with this film. I'm just one of those people that just really enjoyed it, stuff like that. Was it perfect? No, it's not perfect, but a darn good time to have fun with your 13-year-olds and your adult buddies and stuff like that. Leave the kids out of it. If you want to put your kids on punishment, if you can't take that child no more, you go play that scene over and over again, all the horror elements in that film to keep them in their little punishment and time room and stuff like that. So yeah. And y'all can speak in the chat. Tell me your opinion. What did y'all feel about it? Give me actually, you know what, real quick before I close the stream, give me a rating system of how y'all felt about the film. My guy Deshaun said he gave it an 8 out of 10. Like I said, that's around a good rating system. I could agree with that. It's around that. Yeah. 8 out of 10 you can give it. Yeah, let me see here. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Well, there you have it. I'm gonna wrap the stream up in a few minutes. Thank y'all for tuning in about my live stream. And the next future Marvel movies will be Thor, Love and Thunder. And TV show is gonna be Miss Marvel. And is there another TV show that's coming out this year? I can't think of none. And of course, the finale of the phase 4 of this year will be Black Panther 2. And I want to know how they are going to do Black Panther 2 and stuff like that. I wonder if since the multiverse is open, chat is Black Panther lost in the multiverse somewhere or he died somewhere. This is going to be something that they're going to make up to make us believable, stuff like that, Yeah. But anywho, that was my spoiler talk with Doctor Strange, Miss Marvel's next fam. Yeah, stuff like that. Kamala Khan, can't wait. And then she's going to team up with Captain Marvel in the near future in Captain Marvel 2 and stuff like that, which I really can't wait to see and stuff like that. Yeah. But my future, what do y'all think the future of the MCU is going to be? And what did you think of the Avatar? Oh, yes. Um, did anyone capture? I was trying to YouTube the Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar 2 movie, The Way of the Water. Is that on YouTube anywhere? Because I tried to YouTube that because I saw a trailer of that and I really shocked the heck out of me. I was like, holy crap. And I was watching it in Dolby Cinema. Like I said, I go to the fanciest movie theaters of all time. I saw it in Dolby Cinema, the coloring and the lighting and all that was so pretty and bluishy as they should and sharper. And I was like, holy crap. Avatar 2. That's another overhyped movie, but it's still a good movie. Now it's not on YouTube, it's only in theaters for a moment. Yeah, that's how they get you into the theater or something like that. And it is a theater looking experience, stuff like that. So that showed out throughout all the trailers for Doctor Strange, I'm assuming and stuff. Yeah, that hopefully it could be better than the first Avatar movie, which is still good. Avatar movie was a good movie, but it was kind of overrated in certain parts. But anywho, I'm here to talk about Marvel stuff and stuff like that. Anything else before I close the stream? No, so far that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for nerding out with me and positive vibes to all of y'all. Please wish each and every one of your mothers happy Mother's Day on my behalf and stuff like that. Your aunties or grandmothers, whoever's resting you, you got my blessings for them as well too. And please, yes, check out Doctor Strange to the Multiverse of Madness in theaters. And if you're watching this video in the near future, check it out on Disney Plus or 4K it and stuff like that. It's really a great film to experience and it's creepy and horrifying, but it's a really good one. I personally enjoyed it. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. Much love. This is me signing out. If I had my Doctor Strange effect, I would have just signed out of here. Yeah, all right. But this is me signing out with a bang. Check me out. Hit that like, subscribe, share button, and more videos we post each and every other week. And check out my Trying to Laugh challenges each and every Friday. And YouTube reactions and movie reactions and all that other stuff in the near future. All right, this is me signing out with a bang. Ha ha! Woo!